I had some questions
Hello, everybody.
that I'm looking for to answer. How's everybody doing this evening? Hey, Teresa. Hey, Londa. Hey, Carol. This city girl loves y'all farming. Well, we appreciate you hanging out with us. I'm looking for my questions that I had. I just had them. I keep losing them.
She's got me some earthy things here.
Yeah, we're bringing some good stuff to the farm table tonight.
Got some fresh kale chips. These things are glorious.
Yeah, I just made them.
It's good. It's good rabbit food.
They are good.
They
are really good. Has anybody ever made kale chips before? Hey, Jennifer. How are you? Hey, Becky.
She puts a little, let's see. She puts a little olive oil and what else on it?
Sea salt. And garlic.
And just dehydrates it or freeze it?
Put it in the oven.
Oh, my gracious.
Yeah. All I do is just wash my kale and take the veins out of it. And then massage the olive oil all into the leaves and mince up some garlic and put over it, and sea salt, put it in the oven at 350 for about, my oven, 14 minutes is perfect.
It's so good. It's a good way for somebody that might not like vegetables to try them out because they're pretty tasty.
Kale chips.
I could eat this whole thing. I could turn into a rabbit.
Hey, Vanita. Was harvesting wild lettuce. My kale is just sprouting. Can't wait to try Jake chips. My kale was wrong kind last year. Straight kind didn't work.
Oh.
So you have some wild lettuce that I've been reading a lot about wild lettuce. It is, what I've read is like, it's almost like a natural morphine. It's a really, really good pain reliever. So I'm going to keep studying on it. Let me know how your, what are you going to do with your wild lettuce? Are you going to make like a tincture? What are you going to make out of it?
And Diana's the one that asked about the...
Hey, Heather. Hey, Diana, our groovy grandma from Toledo, Ohio. You're tying up your tomatoes. That's awesome. How you doing, Heather?
What's up, Chris?
Hey, Chris. How are you?
Chris and Julie.
How are y'all this evening?
Man, I no way I'd pick up them snakes. You got a love for them babies.
Oh, goodness.
Mercy.
Goodness.
We had another one in our fig tree this weekend.
Yeah. I went to what was I doing? Oh, I was throwing a little fertilizer on my figs, and there was a snake just hanging out, waiting on me.
I was at the barn, and I heard it.
Hey, Janice. Found your first bell pepper. That's awesome. I picked bell peppers. We picked peppers this morning.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm doing right now is I'm just cutting up my peppers, pulling the seeds out, cutting them up, putting them in freezer bags, and getting them ready for when all my tomatoes come in. We're going to make some salsa with them.
Higher Ground's got a new baby donkey.
Oh,
nice. Is it a miniature or a big Sicilian?
Oh, how cute.
I want to get a donkey.
Hey, Diana, I saw your question, and I got it pulled up right here to answer. Diana Regalis, our groovy grandma from Toledo, Ohio, asked a question last week or even week before, I can't remember, about a good herb for headaches, for migraines. Her daughter suffers with migraines. And a really good herb for migraines would be feverfew.
Mm-hmm.
Feverfew, great herb for migraines and for headaches.
I need some right now.
Yeah, I know it. And how you would use it is I would make a tincture out of it. I would use it as a tincture for her headaches. And the best thing to do would be to use it like on the onset or even as a preventative for headaches. But like as soon as she feels a headache coming on, start taking some feverfew tincture
right now.
Do like a couple of dropperfuls every few hours and see if that'll help her. And if you're not growing feverfew, which I know you are because you got our Hoss Medicinal Herb Seed collections, but you can also order it. I mean, you can, if you don't have it coming in yet, because I know y'all are a little bit colder than we are, and I'm still not harvesting my feverfew, but you can order it from Mountain Rose Herbs. Order you some feverfew and go ahead and get her a tincture made.
Martha in Somerville, Georgia. Hello. Where is Somerville? I have never heard of Somerville.
I don't know.
So they cut their peppers in small pieces and lay them in saran wrap and roll them up and put them in the freezer.
Okay, good. Mm-hmm. We love bell peppers.
Mm-hmm.
We use them a lot in making like stir fries and stuff. I hope that helps, Diana. I hope that really helps your daughter.
It's a great but highly sedative, Vanita says.
Uh-huh.
Muscle rubs, tinctures, okay.
Yeah, that's the wild lettuce she's talking about.
Mm-hmm. At alcohol and stable.
Spray the tincture on. Yep, good.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to find some wild lettuce and try it a little bit. Janice says they put their peppers in their scrambled eggs. Yum.
Sweet peas. Heck yeah. I can't wait. I hope my deer.
My sweet peas.
Our deer has started coming down there and eating some of the beans and eating some tomatoes. And
you're harvesting sweet peas.
That's right.
Wow. Now I didn't grow any sweet peas this year.
They're up in North Alabama, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly where are
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville. Is that where? Where are y'all, Heather? I can't remember exactly. I know you're North Alabama.
It's about 2.5 hours from you guys.
No, that's Martha.
Somerville, Georgia. Yeah.
Okay.
All
right. Our goats have been doing that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Wow, this weekend was rough. Woo.
Thank you, Becky.
Asheville. Okay.
Pop and Mom are enjoying being on the videos with us, and they've been a big help. They're being a big help. They've helped me harvest, and she's helping me do a lot of preserving. Mm-hmm. So, and enjoying it. They really enjoy it.
What's up, Kayla?
Whee. Hey, Kayla. Good evening.
Yeah, but I can't wait. I was watching Hoss this morning. I said how you can tell how a watermelon is ripe. Boy, I can't wait to get some of those good yellow dolls. And
so how do you tell when a watermelon's ripe?
Well, there's a bunch of different ways, but he said if you have that little sunspot on the top, looks kind of creamy, and then if you flip the watermelon over and it's got that creamy spot on the bottom, he said that's a surefire way to know it's ripe.
And when the little curlicue is,
and the little curlicule, like a biblical cord on the watermelon, is turned brown. If it starts turning brown and shriveling, definitely ready. Get it off that.
Yeah.
And open her up.
Good, Heather. I'm glad we're helping you. Yeah, I didn't get my sweet peas planted this spring.
Seal, Alabama. Hey,
I didn't get them done. Hey, Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, everybody, for being here tonight.
All right.
Diana had sent me a message. I saw it a little while ago that said, when she grows up, she wants to be just like Jean's mom. That's awesome.
Okay, for those that are on here now, I'm munching on some kale chips Tracy made fresh from the garden. It's so good.
So good.
So good. So excuse me munching.
Yummy, yummy kale chips. Heather says she's working on a red, white, and blue cottage garden also. Ooh, that'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Oh, man, there's some beautiful plants you can add to that. Hey, Joe Price, how are you?
Joe Price don't know nothing about no kale chips.
57 peeps are here to support us. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Yes, ground cover plumbago is awesome. I love that plant.
Is that the purple one?
It's a blue. It's like, there's not very many plants that are blue. They're called blue, but they're really purple. But that plumbago is beautiful. I love it. Love it. Love it.
Yeah. So we're gonna need to tell them about this weekend.
Yeah. First, let's tell them what we're drinking here.
Oh, what we're drinking.
It's not wine.
Dang.
What is it?
This is straight from Mother Earth.
This is earthy. This is very, very earthy.
She just made it. So what is it before we drink it?
It is our beet detox juice. So it is beets, carrots, cucumbers.
Lovely.
Let me think. Beets, carrots, cucumbers,
Apples.
Kale, and green apples. And that's what we're drinking tonight. Beet juice.
How many did it take to make a gallon?
Yeah, I made a gallon of juice, and we'll drink it over the next 3 days. Whenever you juice fresh vegetables, it's really only good for about 3 days, and then it starts losing its nutritional value. So we'll drink this for the next 3 days. It's excellent to detox. Yep, 3 days. It's excellent to detox your liver, your kidneys, your intestines. It's just a good detox juice. Plus,
what's up, Greg?
So full of so many nutrients.
Greg Key.
I mean, it is full of nutrients. And Chance says it sounds, hey, Chance. Chance says, our son says it sounds disgusting, but it's really not, is it?
No, especially if you have some good kale chips with them.
It's really good. Like, you would think it's not good, but it's really, really good. That the carrots and the apples make it sweet. So it's really good. So good for you. I mean,
it's
so
like
many nutrients in it.
If you've ever been to grocery store like Publix or wherever you go, they have that drink, that juice drink called Naked, which they have.
Naked juice.
Yes, it means it's just, bare, but it's got apples, carrots, blueberry.
Yeah, it's good.
It's so good.
It's
it
really
is
good, y'all. And I don't have a recipe for this. I just take a little bit of each one of them, throw it in my juicer, and make the juice. And hey, Debbie Wooten.
Yes.
How are you?
We're drinking beet juice.
She says she's with Chance. It sounds disgusting. Oh, man, it's good to hear from you. We miss y'all so much. We really do. So Debbie Wooten, Debbie and her husband David, brother David, they were our pastors forever.
Yes.
Like their kid, they have 3 boys, and their boys and our boys were same age, and they grew up together.
Yep.
Matt, Michael, and Miles. And we were just best friends and spent a whole lot of time with them. And
got me out of a lot of trouble.
They were our mentors and will forever be our pastors.
Yes.
Always will be our pastors.
Yes.
We love y'all so, so much. We miss y'all. Mwah. We miss y'all.
See now your little grandkids too. That's awesome.
Oh, man. Yeah. Our kids are populating the world. That's awesome.
Greg says,
Naked Jean. That's a good name. We're going to call this Naked Jean juice.
Tell you what, you get this. I was cleaning up that juicer with it, and you put your hands in it.
Hey, Jackie.
And it just starts staining it. You got to get it off the counters too. It'll stain the counters.
Hey, brother David. She said, stop. She's crying. Come see us. Dee's listening too. We're laughing at Jean.
Oh, brother David. David, I got some kale chips.
Yeah.
All we need now is some deer jerky.
We got kale chips and beet juice. Don't that sound good?
Good
for you. Good for you.
From the garden.
I hope y'all are doing good. Y'all tell the boys hey for us. Hey, Kayla. Jumped over to this side. How are you? Now, this is Kayla is this Kayla with Sneed's? Kayla Duckett, are you Kayla with Sneed's Farmhouse?
Yes.
Yes, okay. All right. Hey, Ann. Hey, Dorothy from Northern California.
Northern.
Thank you, Janice. Sauerkraut. Jean's mom and I, we harvested cabbages last Monday, and we made sauerkraut with it. It is fermenting right now. So it's got to ferment for like 14 to 21 days. So it's in the pantry fermenting right now.
Sorry about that. I don't know why Facebook's lagging.
Uh-oh.
Because we have blazing internet here.
Uh-oh.
Fiber.
And if we go to try to fix it, we mess things up. So we're just gonna leave it alone. What else did I do today with the kale? We made kale chips, put kale up in the freezer, and made juice with it. So we did a lot with the kale today. Hey, Ann, can't stay long. It's 3:45 a.m. here, but saw your, oh my gosh, where are you, Ann? 3:45 a.m. Hey, Frida from Kentucky.
Yes, Kentucky.
All right.
I'm going to go to, I went to Kentucky this year, but last year. This year I'm going to Indiana.
Fernita says, love feverfew and catnip for regular pain, headaches, heads, and knees. Drink beet juice and cherry juice. Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome. Vanita, you are killing it on the health. You are really, let me just tell y'all a little bit about Vanita. Vanita McDaniel is, she's been following us for a while now. And last year we partnered with Hoss and did 2 medicinal herb seed collections. And she bought those collections. And she had a health battle that she was struggling with, a very serious health battle. So she decided to take a more natural approach and try to cure herself and get healthy. So she bought our herb collection, started growing her own herbs, started making her own medicine with tinctures and teas and salves, and she's just like doing everything.
Nice.
And when she went back to the doctor, she had an excellent health report. Woo-hoo. And she attributed it
Thank you, Lord.
Yes. And she attributed it a lot to getting herbs into her body and working on her diet and taking a more natural health approach.
Go, Vanita.
She sent me a beautiful card that just made my day. That's the kind of stories I love to hear, because that's why I want to share with y'all about herbs, because anybody that it can help just blesses my heart. So
hey, Ann is in Turkey.
Oh, Turkey.
Yes.
Okay, Ann, are you I can't remember the name of the person that is going to send me those olive tree seeds. Are you the person that's going to send me some olive tree seeds? I'm sorry, I can't remember everybody's names.
Yes.
Because I am super excited about those olive tree leaves.
You're just going to have to wrap them up.
Ann, yep.
Hide them.
Her name's Ann, so that's probably, yes, Ann is sending me some olive tree seeds. I'm so excited. And she's from Turkey.
Now, I'm not going to know you if I get caught.
Excited. I am so excited. I cannot wait. Thank you so much, Ann, for sending those to us. I'm excited about it.
Mm-hmm. So this weekend we had a lot of work to do, and as y'all all know, it was hot. So we started off with the goats, and actually I started off with the honeybees, and had to come in and change my clothes because I was soaking wet. Well, then we went out to
we got a good report on the honeybees. They're doing good.
They're hammering out the honey.
We're going to have another big harvest.
We should have another 25, 30 gallons probably. Come
the end of July. Yeah. And we've had a lot of questions about, do we have any honey for sale? And this first round of honey, we had 30 gallons, which is 360 pounds. Mm-hmm. And every bit of it sold.
Sounds like we're in Britain or something, pounds.
It was sold before we ever harvested it. Mm-hmm. So it's all gone already. But the next harvest.
We're taking orders.
The next harvest will be the end of July, and we have something exciting that we've been working on.
What have we been working on?
You don't know.
I don't know. What have we been working on?
We are opening up an online store, and
it's not Woolworth.
Yeah, we're working on it. Jacqueline with Head Family Farm, my website, my go-to, my technical, my photograph, my photographer, everything girl. Partner here is working on helping me create the store. So we'll launch it and open up the store hopefully in September, the end of August, the 1st of September, and our first product will be our honey. So it will be available for sale then.
She said she killed them all, bees, 2 years ago, and wasps.
And our store, you can find it. You'll be able to find it on justdigitfarms.com, our website.
The pictures went fantastic.
Oh,
she's so talented.
Jacqueline just blows my mind. She amazes me. But when she takes the pictures, I won't look at them. I looked at just a couple of them because I was real excited about those. But I usually won't look at them because I like to be surprised. I wait for her to go in and do her magic and then send them to me.
She got here. It was funny. She got here and she was like, "Hello, see ya." And she goes out and just starts taking pictures on her own freelance.
Yeah.
For 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah, she went around and took photos of all the different flowers and then
came in and seen us.
Yeah.
So we did the bees. We did the goats. The goats. It was so hot in that barn. But we would call them in. They were on appointment. We'd have one in the beauty shop come in. We'd clip their nails and then give them the CD and T shot and just clean them up, put some ultra boss on them, parasite stuff, and had them in there. And one would go out and then another one like, okay, it's your turn. And Aaron come walking in. It was so cool. And then finally we had some that was wanting to keep coming back in, but we'd clean that out. And
then we have one we have to wrangle.
Yes.
Annabelle. We have a goat named Annabelle. And she is an old biddy. I mean, just.
If that's what you want to call her. If you got the right letter right.
She's mean to everybody. She bullies everybody. And she's just a mean old goat.
She's a female with horns.
And I mean, she's never like horned us or been mean to us, but she's just as stubborn. And we have to wrangle her every time to do anything to her.
You should send us running out there trying to catch her.
Oh, she drives me nuts.
And then we had to do Chester. Oh my gracious. Chester's our big male.
Yeah.
Oh my gracious.
He's hard to do.
Got him on the ground.
He won't fit. We got it's a stanchion that your goats step up on. You lock their head in, and then they eat their feed. It don't hurt them. They just eat their feed, and then you can work on them without having to.
It gets them up off the ground, so you don't have to bend over and break your back.
Well, we got a little one because we have little goats. We got one for dwarf for Nigerians because that's what we have. Well, Chester is a dwarf. He's actually a dwarf. I think he's a pygmy.
Here's some more kale chips for y'all.
I think he's a pygmy. But anyway, he's a dwarf Nigerian, and he should fit in that darn thing. He does not fit. His neck is so big, you can't get him in there.
I'm going to have to buy a bigger one for that.
So I was sitting, we were trying to lay him over, and I was going to sit on him to hold him down so that Gene could do his hooves, trim his hooves. That goat was slinging me all over the place. And we did give him his shot, but we said, forget the nails. We're not doing the hooves today.
His hooves
We're not doing the hooves today because he was slinging me all over that goat yard.
And then we went in there and got, it was all we could do. We were walking around like, can't do no more. We got to go in. More water. So I said, well, I'm not going in until we do Clyde. He's our Pyrenees.
Yeah.
So we went in there and gave him the barbershop deal and hair going everywhere.
Took care of him.
And my gracious,
he gave him his medicine for the
He kept knocking me down. And
he's a horse.
So then we went in the house and I forgot and left the water on, y'all. I left the water on and didn't realize it till later. Oh my gracious.
Till the next day.
Yeah, later.
And tried to blame me for it. Of course he tried to blame me for it.
Wait a minute. Who turned the water on?
Who didn't turn it off?
Who turned the water on?
Who didn't turn the water off?
Okay.
Who had the water in their hand last and didn't turn it off?
Oh, man.
Anyways.
It's just a couple
And then we went to my mom's and worked in her garden.
Mercy. I was dead that day.
We were dead. We worked in, my mom bought a house this year. We moved her in April. Mm-hmm. It's a townhouse. Isn't it a townhouse? Yeah, it's right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a townhouse. And she has a cute little garden in the backyard. I mean, the whole backyard is a garden, and it's really cute, but it's neglected. It has been neglected for years. Poison ivy growing all in it. Beautiful flowers, but it's just a mess. So we went, trees had to be cut down that was growing out of it that wasn't supposed to be in there. So we went over there and worked in her garden and tried to help her. And by the time we got all that done, we were nearly dead.
Yeah, there was no shade. It was,
Thanks, Londa. Everybody smash the like button. Thank you. Thank you. Share, y'all. Thank you, Diana. Thanks. You guys are
everybody.
such good friends.
We thank
and
y'all for being on here.
Thank you so much.
Haven't liked and subscribed, we would love to have you on Facebook and YouTube.
Londa says y'all squeeze more into a day than I do into a whole week.
Well,
you know what? We
though?
say all the time. The older we get, the harder it gets to do everything. But then when I look at it, I'm like, I don't think there's 30-year-olds that try to do as much as we do in a day. We cram so much into a day.
I told her yesterday, I said, Tracy, there is no way that we could have done what we've done now and when we got the farm.
Hey,
and
Meg's
that was just,
little house in the country.
That was
How
7 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
I'm glad that's all done.
David and Debbie, I wish y'all could come see us, come see the farm. They came out when we first looked at this property, and we didn't even have it yet. Like we were trying to get this property. We didn't even have it yet at all. And they came out and prayed over the land with us and looked at it with us. And before anything was here, y'all should see it now. We'd love for y'all to come see us.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Pop.
Yes.
Got a good report today from Chase and Kaylani about yes, we did get
everyone that was been praying about our granddaughter, my son Chase, my oldest son Chase, our granddaughter Ella. They went and got a second opinion today at another doctor in another state. It's across the state line.
Not another state.
Yeah, New Hampshire.
Oh, okay.
Because they were in New Hampshire.
Okay.
But they were over in Massachusetts at their other doctor. But anyway, fantastic report. Baby's great. Growing since last appointment. Everything looks great. She's just 2 weeks off on her growth, but those issues were from the mom. Kaylani was really sick at the first month or two of the pregnancy.
The first trimester.
She couldn't eat. She was just sick as could be. So that's why the baby didn't grow. And she's really little, and the baby Ella's just going to be a small baby, and she's probably going to be premature, but she's going to be fine. And last week, you didn't know, last week we had a not so good report, like a very scary report. And we just all kept trusting God and just praying and saying that. Whose report are you going to believe?
Whose report are you going to believe? We're not going to believe the report of the enemy. We're going to believe the report of the Lord, and that baby is in his hands. And
in the story,
she's going to be
except
good
when the baby's born.
She's going to be fine.
Yes.
We're so happy to have a good report today.
Yeah, he called. Chase and Kaylani called.
Thank y'all so much for your prayers. As always, thank y'all for all your prayers.
Yes.
And our little Cooper is.
Come on.
Wait a minute. Debbie says we're coming to bring Riley and Rhett too. We may invite our boys. Yay for baby Ella.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah. So
let us know
good.
when.
That means
let us know when.
That means I got to speed up. So what was it?
Yeah, Riley and Rhett are gonna love the creek.
Well, they'll love the zip line if I fix it.
Yeah,
now.
We got to fix the zip line. Chance. I hadn't called and told y'all yet. I was going to call y'all after the live and let you know about.
So I guess it was Ella. This past weekend. I got up to make coffee and I looked out the kitchen window, and a huge limb fell and broke the zip line. I mean, like a massive limb off one of them oaks. And I had to go out there and clean it up, but I've got to repair that zip line now.
We'll get it fixed. Thanks, Diana. Thanks for y'all's prayers. Hey, Roots and Flourish Farm. Hey, do y'all have a YouTube channel? Roots and Flourish Farm?
There's old Sue Slaughter. What's going on, Sue?
Hey, Miss Sue. How are you?
Roberta.
Faye Bailey, thankful for the praise. Good report. Thankful praise for the good. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, they are still deciding on the middle name.
Yeah.
So we told them they can name it whatever they want.
And our sweet little Cooper, Chance and Renee's baby, Cooper. He is
Forrest.
so cute. He's walking, y'all. He is walking and getting into all the cabinets, trying to open the back door.
Doorknobs.
Walking and carrying a little bucket of water. I mean, he's growing so fast, and I'm having coop withdrawals. I need to go see him.
Yeah. Forrest, Chance has got some.
Thanks for joining us, Ann. Go back to bed. It's 4 a.m.
Good to hear from you, Ann.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
So Chance is
Debbie. He's so cute. He's so sweet.
Y'all be praying for Chance too, because he's
Hey, Glenda, Crazy Lizzie's Goat
he's
Farm.
got some
Thanks
tests,
for hanging out with us.
A lot of tests this month. A lot going on with the Air Force and just different things. So y'all be praying for him. He's changing from night shift to day shift, and all that does to your body. It really, really racks you up. So
we're so proud of our boys.
Yes,
so proud of
God
our
is
boys.
good, because
so proud of her.
Yes, the message Sunday was the prodigal. The pastor spoke about the prodigal coming home, man, and I tell you, it's amazing what God's doing in Chase's life. Our oldest son, and where He's brought him from. So wow. We're thankful for both of our boys and grandkids and daughter-in-laws and all of them.
Yeah, we're so thankful. Kath Walden, hello there. I'm a long-term subscriber, but a first-timer in the chat. I'm from Alberta, Canada, and live smack down in a huge metro city, but I love your channel. Hey, thank you so much for joining us, Kath.
Hey, Alberta, Canada. It has been my lifelong dream to come to Alberta, Canada, or Saskatchewan and do some deer hunting. I love that.
Maybe one day.
Yeah. I've been to Quebec.
This year you're going where? Where are you going?
Indiana. I'm going to Indiana and do a little bow hunting.
Yep.
I like watching them and killing and eating. Harvesting is a better word.
Sorry for all you animal lovers.
Hey, God put them here.
Yep.
And they are great. Better than going and getting a store-bought cow in the mud.
Diana said put plastic bracelets on so that you can remember to turn your water off. That's what I told Jean we needed to do.
Yeah, that's what Jason and Brooke had that.
They have these bracelets that they put on when they go out to feed and water the animals so that they'll remember. Those bracelets remind them to turn that water off.
Yes.
Hey, Pam Pilgrim, this is my first time to view your channel. Well, thank you so much. We're so glad you're joining us. Thank you.
My dad still he's got a piece of notebook paper. It says turn water off, and he sticks it on his front door.
Debbie said D's in on the Canada trip.
Oh, heck yeah. And then we can eat some Kaneka up in Canada.
Yeah, y'all should do that. Y'all should really do that.
You gonna make some money?
Huh?
Because it's gonna take some money to go to Canada.
I'll let you do that. Kath says great deer hunting in southern Alberta, whitetail deer and elk. North of where I live, there's a lot of moose as well.
Ooh, boy. Man.
Talking his language, his love language.
I need to. Well, I don't need to say that. Pam Walden.
Hey, y'all don't forget September 14th.
What's September 14th?
2024.
Oh, that's the Great
Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. The Great Fall Garden Festival at Petals from the Past.
We should come up with a song for that festival.
Yeah. Why don't you do that?
I can't make music.
We have about 20 YouTubers signed up to participate, and we've got slots for about 15 more. So we're working on filling all of those slots. It's going to be a fun, full day, a lot of fun classes. We hope y'all can come.
I hear you, Vanita.
What?
Never mind.
Okay. Curious sepsis.
Canadian dollar is a lot lower than American. Yeah. I've been to Quebec. I tell you, that was an experience. And Granby. I went over into Granby, had to do some work up there and spent some time over in Quebec. That's a beautiful little town. Actually, it's a big town, city.
Yeah.
But love that. I didn't say anything to you, Siri. Be quiet.
Siri's trying to talk to him over here. Yep, Sue. I figured you done had your room booked.
Hey, there's not many rooms in Clanton or Thorsby.
Yeah. So some of our featured YouTubers will be Higher Grounds Farm, Heather and Troy, Crazy Lizzie Goat Farm.
Yep.
Londa with Adventures Me and T, and she's going to be doing some demonstration on how to spin alpaca wool.
I know I've told you a million times, but I love those socks. I wear them at work, and I'm going to be wearing them hunting this year. And where we're going in Indiana, there is I haven't told Tracy yet, but she's listening. She's right there. But there's an alpaca farm like right there near where we're going. So
really?
We'll have to go over there and tour that.
I'm going with him on this hunting trip.
She's gonna write her books and her stuff while she's in there, and then we're gonna take a couple of days and do some things.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
She cannot do that when she's at home because there's too many other obstacles and things, and so
lots to do.
I'm gonna have to turn off the Wi-Fi or something up there so she can focus.
Boogie S, just love your channel. Always look forward to new videos and have watched old ones. Praise God for the good report. Thank you. Thank you for watching, and thank you for praying, and thanks for hanging out with us.
What's going on, Crazy Lizzie?
Got their hotel booked.
Yeah.
Hey, Roberta. Where will you be in Indiana?
The Hoosier National Forest up a tree. And I don't like the Hoosiers. No, just the deer.
I don't know where we'll be. I'll be in the middle of the woods.
Somewhere in central Indiana, up a tree. Up a bunch of trees.
Oh.
Okay, sure.
No, I haven't looked into the shampoo ginger yet, but it's on my list. I'm going to.
Now, what Crazy Lizzie? What's his? What's his name?
Stephen. Yeah.
Stephen, you married any of them women down there?
Stephen went to Kenya, and Jean
on an Africa trip.
He went on a mission trip, and Jean keeps aggravating him. I
figured you'd had you some goats and some.
I think I think he told us if you owned a cow, then you can get a wife.
If he owns a big chainsaw, he can be a governor over in Guatemala. Ecuador.
Yeah. If you got the big pharmacy book, you can be a pharmacist in Guatemala. And if you got a chainsaw, you could be the mayor in Guatemala.
The mayor.
Yep. Hey, Reed Creek Homestead. Thanks for joining us.
Where did I hear?
They're going to be one of our YouTubers at our event. Yep. We're looking forward to having y'all. And I'm looking forward to meeting you guys.
Oh, I'd like to go fish too. So Canada would be a good place to fish.
Yeah. Boogie S says, oh, wow, I live in Northwest Ohio. You'll be so close. Cool.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know if any of y'all seen, you had to have seen on the news, all the shark attacks and alligators and things on the beach down in Alabama and Florida. Come on now. We were just out in the water with Cooper and Chance and Renee. I was doing
surfing the waves.
I was doing a boogie board, my big self on a little bitty kiddie board, and I was just sinking. I would go. Chance was laughing. Renee and Chance could go down through the water, but this big boy couldn't. I lost my favorite hat too, my Under Armour Gilligan hat.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, I usually wade out in the water 5-6 foot deep and have shrimp in my pocket and catch fish. Right and left. But man, I'm getting to where I don't even like to get in the water.
That's scary right now. That's too scary.
Edmonton, yes. I've seen all those tornadoes, some crazy tornadoes up in Canada.
Oh, goodness. Stephen's in Panama City right now at a youth conference taking pictures this week. Ooh, I hope he's not getting in that water.
Yeah.
Because there was one spotted in Panama City,
yeah, just
right?
remember that song. Bum, 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 bum.
I hope he stays safe. I don't want to see Stephen on the news. My goodness.
2 hours from Roberta lives 2 hours from Evansville. We're gonna be near. We hadn't really settled on the actual city, but we're gonna be within an hour's drive of Bedford, Indiana. So somewhere in that area.
Londa lives in Florida, and she says we don't mess around here in Florida. If the water is wet, there's a shark, a gator, or something scarier in it.
There is Mama D. Can you believe Mama D's on here?
Hey, Donna.
Donna, we just made
How
some.
are you?
We just got that Jack LaLanne out, and Tracy has been juicing all day, and we're drinking some of this beet juice.
Do you remember Donna giving us that juicer about 20-something years
It's
ago?
sitting over there. It needs to be clean.
She gave us a Jack LaLanne.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all remember that or not.
I remember
Jack
the commercials.
Infomercial.
This is Jack LaLanne and his wife
Making juice.
Being healthy.
Hey, I still use that thing. It's over 20 years old and it's going strong.
Chance is going tomorrow.
Chance.
Keep Cooper out of that water.
Chance. You better not get in that water. Oh my gosh.
Oh, hey, I'm not killing that kale.
Please don't get in that water, Chance.
This stuff right here is amazing.
You better watch out for sharks if y'all go tomorrow, Chance. Oh my Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Now I'm going to be worried. They're going to the beach tomorrow. They're going to get in the water.
They're fine.
Okay.
Donna, you should have been at church with us Sunday.
Londa said she's got one of those. It was her mom's. Hey, I had one of those big centrifugal juicers, like the big $500 juicer my friend gave to me. And I always went for the Jack LaLanne because it did better. Like, I love that thing. It
still does great. Makes a mess, but I guess they all make a mess.
Yeah, I guess they do.
Coop's floaties
you ready. You better not put my baby in that water with those sharks.
Shoot, Cooper.
Oh my goodness.
Cooper would just say, "Hey."
Yeah.
Hey.
Whenever he sees animals, his dog Finn is a German Shepherd, and he goes, "Hey, hey." That's and when he sees our goats, when he's here and he sees our goats, he goes, "Hey." That's how he talks to the animals. So cute. Oh Lord, y'all be careful.
So what else we got planned for this? We got the honey sold, and we're fixing to.
Yeah, we got the goats tended to. The garden's going crazy.
Oh man,
the garden. This is the best garden we've ever had. Like it is kicking. The soil is good. We've had rain. Usually we're like in a severe drought by now down here. Cucumbers are coming out my ears. Like this is this is the best garden that we've ever had, ever.
Yep.
I'm through with squash. I'm not dealing with any more squash. I'm sick of squash.
Yeah. Maybe the squash bugs will start working harder.
It's a good garden. Next will probably be our tomatoes are loaded, but they're all green.
Yeah, we got kale chips right here. She made them today.
Who's asking?
Tammy Getz. Can't see it. Get my glasses on.
Oh yeah. Yep. We made them today. Yum yum.
Good. Just bake them in the oven.
Yeah.
Olive oil, sea salt. What else?
Londa says that's your reward for taking a year off to tend to yourself and get well. Thank you. Yep. I'm so happy the garden's doing so good. What next thing that should be coming in will be okra. We did pick our first run of okra the other day and ate it.
We picked peppers today for all the salsa.
Corn won't be long. Tomatoes won't be long. I planted 75 tomato plants.
How many?
75 tomato plants. We're going to have some tomatoes.
Yeah, I can't wait to get my corn down there. It's
beans and peas.
Our corn.
That'll be the next.
That corn's looking good. It's looking like high cotton. Old times they are not forgotten. I can't wait. Eat me some corn on the grill.
Heather says, when do you start starting seeds for your fall garden, and what will you start first? Okay, good question. I start my seeds usually around the end of July, August. July
Peachtree.
is when I start a lot of things. Brussels, broccoli, kohlrabi. I'll sow some carrot seeds and stuff like that in August. Towards the end of July, I'm gearing up for my fall garden.
Let me tell you something. That them blackberries, that cobbler Mom made.
Yeah,
The first one was good, but the second one she made that we didn't share with y'all, I'm gonna tell you right now. Woo! I'm glad she had to take it home.
It was good.
It
was really good.
We had to get her to take it home, and the bluebell vanilla that was in the freezer, because you can't have that here.
We don't allow stuff like
I'll
that.
I'll be getting up at middle of the night.
We can't have stuff like that in this house because I can't have a cake sitting over there on the counter. I'll be eating it. I can't have it.
She can't do just one dessert. Even if she did just one dessert, it's too much because she cooks for 50 million people. But then my dad comes over, walking in the door about 2 minutes later. Hey, I got you a fresh banana pudding, and it's right out of the oven. So you know I have to eat them vanilla wafers. They're just getting soggy. Woo!
Kat said, true confession, I don't think okra can grow in Canada. I've never seen it even in a store and have no idea how it tastes. Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
You've never had okra?
Have you ever had grits?
Okra is so good.
Yeah.
Now, I don't like it boiled. When you boil okra, it's like slimy. And a lot of people love it that way.
Hey, but the best way, I grew up on fried okra. Okay. Fried okra is great. But I'm going to tell you, Tracy cooks, she takes the okra now and slices it, chops it up, whatever. She puts it on a sheet of tinfoil on a baking sheet in the oven, drizzles a little olive oil on it,
and sea salt,
and oh my
so
God.
Good.
She makes it where sometimes it's a little chewy, but she gets it where it's crunchy. And that's when it's like, you think you're at McDonald's eating French fries.
Just a little burnt to it.
Man,
it's real crispy. It's better, so good.
So better than the fried.
So good. So much better for you like that.
Yep.
So good. I love the way you espaliate your blackberries. Thank you. That is the easiest way to grow blackberries. The easiest way to grow them. I've got a couple of videos on the YouTube channel about how to grow them like that and how to train them like that. So go back and watch those videos because that'll help you since you're going to do yours like that.
Kath, where were you a missionary at?
Oh.
That's awesome.
Huh. Cool.
I noticed now there's a lot of people was a whitewater enthusiast. A lot of people from Africa are coming here as missionaries to the United States, and I thank God.
Yeah. Hey, Wendy, what's going on? Need some of those vegetables.
Wendy, I'll fax you some kale chips.
Wendy's my high school girlfriend. We had some fun times, didn't we, Wendy?
She didn't. She need to send Wendy some of that drink we just drank.
We just finished up a good glass of beet juice. Hey, Lori Wells from North Carolina. What fertilizer did I put on my figs? Milorganite. Put Milorganite on my fruit. It also helps keep deer away. Also, you could use fruit, citrus, and pecan fertilizers. Another one you could use on your figs.
What's that special fertilizer Petals has that we use?
Grower Special.
Grower Special.
It's a 1266. Yep.
Well, Wendy, it's got apples in it, carrots, and what else?
Apples, carrots, beets, cucumbers, and kale. And it's
very good.
It's good, so Wendy. Good. It's really good. It's sweet. It's pretty good. How's the grandbabies? So cute.
You got a whole passel of them.
She got a passel of them things. Wonder if you should be
able to grow figs in Ohio. Phil, what's his name? Phil, the fig guy.
Phil's Figs.
Phil's Figs.
Yep. He's
online. He was on the podcast. You and Texas Garden.
Jason Coghill, Jason and I were guests on Texas Gardener podcast last week, and also Phil's Fig is always a guest on Texas Gardener's podcast.
Yeah, and
he knows a lot about figs.
Yeah,
a lot.
He gets figs from like all over, like Spain, all over that grows well, and he's like a connoisseur of figs.
He knows a lot
and
about
I guarantee you can grow some figs.
I'm telling you, there's a whole world around figs. I mean, there's the history behind them, and I mean, there's just a whole world around figs.
Well, they're having a convention, a figgy convention in Georgia this month, isn't it?
Is it California?
No, in Georgia.
Is it Georgia?
And
Thank you, Londa.
Randall down at Flomaton, famous down in Flomaton, Alabama. He's going to go to that. He's all into that.
He knows a lot about figs too, a lot.
We're excited. We're going to plant.
I do strip the kale leaves from the stem. Oh, before I juice them? No. When I'm juicing kale, I leave the stem on because a lot of the moisture and juice is in the stem. So when I'm juicing the kale, I leave the stem on. When I'm making kale chips or eating the kale, I take the stem. I strip them off the stem because I don't like that. I don't like to eat that stem. It
was crazy. We you talking about you really enjoyed the podcast. So I was like over in the corner over there, but when they turned the podcast off and they weren't live anymore, you talking about awesome.
We should have kept it rolling.
They should have kept it rolling because it was like they got into some deep diving stuff. They were getting it. I'm talking about for probably 20 minutes or more. I told them, y'all need to click it back on.
I know. We shouldn't have turned it off because we had a really good conversations about figs and history of figs and roses. And I mean, we were just, I wish we wouldn't have turned it off. Chicago Hardy fig came back good. Yep. That's a good fig. That's a really good fig.
We had, I forgot what the name of that tree is. We had one fruit tree die, and I tried to save it, pulled it out of the ground, and put it in a pot.
It was an apple tree.
Yeah.
I don't remember which one it was because I got to look at my map.
Well, it's going to be on that espalier wall we're going to put up, but we're going to put the shell apple on that.
Yeah, we got a shell apple from Randall Flomaton famous. And it is, it's got a good history. It's from
Mobile. Was it Mobile?
No.
I thought it was Mobile. Or down in South Georgia.
It's South Alabama. It's from Alabama.
Bruton, Alabama.
It's from Bruton, Alabama. There was a Mr. What was his name?
I can't remember his name, but he was a very famous man.
Shell.
Shell.
We obviously don't remember much about it, but it's it's
bred for Alabama and South Alabama around the coast, and it's perfect. This tree will produce in how many years? 3 years? It'll produce 200 pounds or more. The tree is loaded,
and it's a small tree.
Yes, and what did he say? It blooms all the way from spring to frost.
It has a long bloom time. Y'all go check out Randall at Flomaton Famous. He'll tell you all about the shell apple, but I'm excited to have it.
I wish you knew that history like you do, Peggy Martin.
Apples, I'll learn it. Apples aren't
Peggy Presley.
very easy to grow here. They're really not. There's so many issues.
My mom, I've got to get my one butt kitchen mom.
She loves to make fig preserves. Oh, yep. I know what you're going to show them.
My mom makes the best apple butter and strawberry fig preserves.
Yeah.
I need me a spoon. But oh my gracious. And this is a new jar, but I wipe this stuff out. You put a little butter, an Amish butter on a cat head biscuit. Oh my God. It'll make you want to slap your mama. My gracious. Don't make me a biscuit.
I'm going to get her to do a video making homemade biscuits.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good too.
It's really good.
Yep.
If I had some biscuits right now, I'd be having kale for the healthiness and then some cat head for my big booty.
Root and Flourish says, I didn't think you could grow anything other than Anna in South Alabama, apples. Well, here we're Central Alabama.
Zone 8.
And we can 8B now, but we can grow quite a few different apples. It's just they're so susceptible to fire blight and other diseases
But
and
this shell's
deer
not. But this
and
shell's not.
deer. So
The shell is
we
red.
can grow apples. It's just a little harder.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Alicia Whitfield. My phone didn't send me a notification. Dang it. Glad you're here. Glad you're here now. Alicia's going to be joining us she is a new and upcoming YouTuber, and she's going to have some neat products for sale.
2-ingredient biscuits. What's that mean?
Yum.
What's that mean? 2 ingredients?
It's only 2 ingredients to make a biscuit.
What does that mean? Bacon and biscuit? What does it mean?
It's 2 ingredients to make up biscuits.
Okay, flour and milk.
Lord. You can tell he does a lot
Inquiry
of cooking.
minds like to know.
He does a lot of cooking, y'all. Yeah, I want to know about that.
Because my mom used to make that microwave fudge.
Diana, does who have a podcast? Are you asking, does Randall with Lomaton Famous have a podcast? No, but he has a YouTube channel.
Okay, you got a question from Higher Grounds.
So
Jason has a spraying routine, but what do you spray, or you do the same or something different?
Okay, so Jason at Cog Hill has a spray routine for his fruit trees, and it's the spray routine and regimen that I learned from Dr. Powell at Petals from the Past. And I do incorporate a good bit of that, but I also try to do more of an organic spray treatment on my trees. There's a whole regimen for the whole year long, different things that you spray at different times.
Good night, Groovy Grandma.
A lot be good night. A lot being preventative sprays, and then you got insecticides and fungicides. And I do incorporate some of that, but I do a mix of organic sprays as well. I like to use Organicide, which is a fungicide, miticide, and insecticide. So I kind of incorporate that too, so that I don't spray as much synthetic chemicals on my fruit.
So Dad says he loves Mom's hypocrite preserves. I forgot what the hypocrite preserves are.
Oh, yeah.
I guess it's hypocrite because you're putting strawberry in the figs.
That's what it is. Yeah.
They call it hypocrite preserves.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's basically what, strawberry jello, or
I don't know how she makes it.
I think it's strawberry jello.
Do y'all know that I've never made jam or jelly? I've never made any of that before.
She's sacrilegious.
I don't even know how to make it. And the reason I've never made it is because I have a whole stinking pantry full from. And
every now and then it's a stinking pantry because there's something in there rotten, and we have to go, woo, get that out of here.
His mom used to make it all the time, and I've got a pantry full, and people share with me. My friend Holly with Simply Johnson makes it. And like we supply her with our fruit, and she makes jams and jellies. And
Miss Gwen usually sends me some from Petals from the Past.
Makes it, and Holly makes it, and your mama makes it. Our friends at Perry Hill Farms makes it, and we eat it, but we don't eat a whole lot of it, and we got a pantry full, and I've just never learned how to make it, but I'm going to. Mm-hmm. Your mom's going to teach me how.
Miss Gwen makes this. It's basically her jam, but sometimes her jam, she said, doesn't really thicken up. So all the stuff that doesn't thicken up, guess who gets the scraps? Me. So she sends it to me. Well, anyway, I love it because you can take I don't have to get a fork or a knife and, spread it out in the jar. I can just take the jar and just pour it right there, whatever I need on my biscuit. Man, it's good to go. It's almost better than going to Krispy Kreme and getting some cream filled donuts or some jelly.
Hey, Nico and Natalie. How are y'all? How's it going? How's our little buddy Pharaoh doing? And how's the girls? And how are y'all? And are y'all coming to the Great Fall Garden Festival?
No, he's a Texas fan.
Are y'all going to participate? I hadn't heard for y'all, and I'm sad. I hope y'all are coming.
He's not allowed to come. It's not hard, Tracy.
Cat's Tiny Kitchen and never made jam or jelly either.
Applesauce, yes.
Yeah, I figured it's not hard, but I've just never done it. Yeah, homemade applesauce is good too.
Yeah.
I've never done it, but his mom's done it.
There's some in there.
Where? Applesauce?
In the applesauce.
I
was talking about Good grief.
Apple butter.
Apple butter.
Yeah, she makes some good apple butter.
Applesauce and apple butter is about the same thing.
Heather had a question. Oh, Heather was asking, do I use that same spray on my vegetables? And I really don't. I mean, you could, but I really don't. I mostly go with things like BTs, Bacillus thumburgensis, I think is how you say it. BTs is good for like worm type issues. And I use neem oil. It's good for insect issues, but I don't use it till late afternoon because even though you're using insecticides that are organic, they still kill the good guys too. So you got to be careful how you use that. I use, honestly, I'm going to be straight up honest. I really don't spray a lot. I really don't. Just like my cabbages and broccolis and all of those, cabbages were getting eaten up by worms, and I just peel the outer layers off. I mean, I really don't spray a lot unless there's just a major issue and I have to save it. But I really try to do a lot of like picking the bugs off and, just managing it the best I can without spraying.
Diana went to bed and now she's back. She couldn't sleep.
Oh, no.
Hey, so, Great Fall Harvest Festival. When's that? September
14th.
Jackie Saylor.
September 14th.
The 14th September. Yep. Be there, be square.
Petals from the Past, 9 to 5.
And hope and pray it's cool.
Nico says everyone's well. Pharaoh is on the up and up. I've been watching him. He looks like he's doing great. Natalie says she wants some of that broccolini you grew. Yes, it was good too. I love that broccolini. I got the seeds from Hoss, and it was purple broccolini, and it was so good, y'all. So good.
That was funny. It reminded me of Cooper when he had that spaghetti the other day, and he went, he started laughing.
Noodle.
Oh, Lord.
Goodness. Oh.
Beetles.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Kaylin Clay. Is that how you say it?
Thanks for reminding me to go get some Beetles hive traps.
Yeah, like things like trap crops. I've started figuring out things that would be trap crops, like for squash bugs and squash vine borers. The Heavenly Hubbard squash is a good trap crop for the squash bugs. So they'll go to that, devour that.
What do you mean by trap crop, Tracy?
I'm trying to explain that.
Okay.
A trap crop is something that you plant as a sacrifice plant that the bugs will go to and eat that one first. And then when it's full of the bugs, you can take it out, burn it, or whatever. And it just kind of, that plant attracts them. They like it more than your main plant. And that's called a trap crop. So, I just try to incorporate things like that versus spraying as much as I can. Now, I will spray if I have to, but I always try to go with an organic option whenever I absolutely can. Hey, Alan, how are y'all? How's Wendy doing? And happy birthday, Alan.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Alan.
birthday to
Happy birthday
you.
to my friend Alan.
Happy birthday
to you.
You're getting younger.
Oh, whatever.
Oh, we're all getting younger every day.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Spray. Used to do it now. Yep. Yeah, because the bees, if you spray during the day, be real careful with that because the bees are out flying around. If they get on it, they'll take it back to the hive and hurt a lot of other bees.
Yeah. So if you spray any kind of insecticide, spray it late.
Yes.
Late afternoon. Bees and a lot of their insects usually go back to their little homes or domains at nighttime. So it's better to do that.
Do you have a written plan on vegetables that have the good companion plants you plant?
I don't have a written plan, but
that's a good little
I'm going
thing you need to do.
That's one of my things. I want to write out some
PDFs
for y'all that you can print on different things like companion plants, herb information, and it's goals that I want to do.
Trap crop for squash is the little
Heavenly Hubbard
and the
squash.
What's the nasturtiums?
Nasturtiums.
Yeah, nasturtiums. But what's the other one? Little yellow
radishes,
flower. Yellow flower. Okay.
little yellow flower.
Okay. Never mind. You can tell I do that.
I don't know what you're talking about, but
I thought you planted those, the little yellow flowers.
calendulas?
Well, those, but
I just planted those to attract pollinators to the squash.
Wow.
Heavenly Hubbard is a good trap crop for the squash. Also, nasturtiums is good to plant with your squash. Radishes are good to plant with your squash. They bring in a lot of the beneficials, even though the radishes will bolt and go to flower and go to seed because it's too hot. But that's good because you're attracting all of those beneficial insects with those flowers.
Root and Flourish says they found that noodle beans work well as a trap for aphids.
Okay, beans.
What's a noodle bean?
Like a Chinese noodle bean. I
those
grew some.
Those foot long beans?
Yes, the really long noodle bean that I grew.
Yeah, but that's a good trap. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't realize that. That's cool. Marigolds are great. Yes.
That's what I was meaning.
You mean marigolds?
I meant marigolds. Okay. Thank you, Sue.
Yeah.
You saved me.
Sue can read your mind.
Yes.
Yeah, marigolds are great companion plants.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. Well, we've been an hour.
Have we?
I'm an hour and 6.
My biggest problem with my urban garden is companion planting. Okay. All right. I'll try to focus some videos on some companion planting. Heavenly Hubbard, Jackie, is a squash. It's it's winter squash. But it's also a good sacrificial plant. I've got some growing in my it's like the blue pumpkins. I've got some growing in my garden, and they're massive. They're ginormous.
Dill, basil, sweet alyssum, marigold, trying to take beneficial.
Yes. Yep. So when you're companion planting, one thing to do in companion planting, always plant some flowers and herbs with your vegetables. Either interplanted with your vegetable plants or at the ends of your beds or somewhere close to your vegetables, because a lot of your herbs and flowers are attracting pollinators, which of course is going to help us develop fruit. But they also, a lot of them attract a lot of beneficial insects that will come in and eat the bad guy insects. So if you just instead of getting caught up with, okay, I need to plant basil with tomatoes for this reason and that reason, which is good companion plants. Just think about just an easy thing. Plant some herbs and plant some flowers with all of your vegetables. And you're going to be doing a world of good when you do that. And then we can dive deeper. I'll try to dive deeper on really good companions in your garden in a few videos. Like borage and cucumbers are great companion plants. So we'll try to dive into that a little bit later.
So yeah, I was wanting to get more of the irrigation lines worked out, but by the time I was doing the irrigation, she was growing stuff and it was already a jungle. So I told her I was going to wait. Like, we pulled out the potatoes, we harvested them, so now we're laying irrigation lines in there where we can keep them in there. So as she finishes the jungle out there and things start dying out and we pull them out, I'm going to lay more.
Yeah, I just flipped 3 beds. What I mean by that, so they could have irrigation laid right now, but I just harvested everything out of that bed, took it all out, weeded it, added compost, and planted something new. Try to always, as soon as we take one thing out, we try to go ahead and plant another. And that way we're not growing weeds, we're actually growing something beneficial or something to eat.
We're about to have so much liquid gold, dirt gold, whenever we get in there. I keep putting it off because I don't want to get in there, but going in the chicken coop and shoveling all of that years of manure out of there and compost and I mean,
not in the coop. The coop we clean out all the time.
Oh, I'm talking about the run. I'm talking about the run.
Yeah.
It's I bet it's a foot deep, and I could shovel it out and oh my gracious, let it set for a while. Woo, good stuff.
Heather says, what's a good winter cover crop? Great winter cover crop is mustards,
Austrian winter
Kodiak
peas,
mustards, Austrian winter peas, ryegrass,
Now the
chickpeas,
rye,
turnips.
yeah, the rye we found we don't like to do it too thick because that's a booger to pull if you let it get too tall.
Well, the ryegrass is too hard. If you don't till, and we practice no till in the potager gardens, it's impossible hardly. I mean, we tarped it and it was still thatched up roots. We don't like to do the rye in our no till potager beds.
And I was going to say the other good thing is we like Hoss has got these solar mats. Basically, it's black plastic mats, but they're a little stronger. But we roll them out, and they're solar tarps.
Catherine.
And we put that over once we have the cover crop and it does its deed. We'll lay that solar stuff down over the top, and it just kills all that, and all them nutrients just go right into the soil, and it kills all that weed seed. And it's a whole lot easier when you pull that up.
Diana says, I can't find the membership. I'm confused.
Facebook.
What do you mean?
On Facebook.
Oh, I don't know.
The economical solution for clay and compact soil and moisture retention is you can put a little sand in it, but the best thing is putting what's that turnip that grows?
Daikon radishes.
Daikon radish.
Daikon radishes are awesome.
It is a clay buster.
Yeah, it's really good.
And it puts all those radishes. Alan are so big
and
deep those roots, but when that rots, if you till or if it just sits, it has all kind of microbes and microbials. It rots down, and you have so much organic matter in that soil.
It really helps with clay.
It'll change your soil in a matter of a year or two.
And you can also buy a product called Clay Buster and add into your soil. That's an expensive route.
That's funny because we've been adding slowly some clay into our soil because we have too much.
Alan saying sand turned into concrete. I would go with the daikon radishes.
Yeah.
That's what I would do because I think that would be a smart thing. Just a thick cover crop of daikon radishes.
Yeah.
How did the cabbage sauerkraut you canned, how does that turn into sauerkraut? Cabbage looked raw. It was raw. And you have to let it sit and ferment for like 14 to 21 days. It has to sit and ferment. And the fermentation process turns it into sauerkraut.
I've eaten that my whole life. Can't you tell? My mom made it.
Sauerkraut is so good for your gut.
Yeah.
It's natural probiotic.
Mm-hmm.
Will those radishes grow in sandy soil? They will.
Yes.
Yeah, they will.
Catherine, they actually have some daikon radishes that'll grow. There's different varieties, but you can get some that really flourish in sandy soil.
Turnips is a good one to grow because that turnip, if you don't harvest it and eat it, but the turnip, if you mow down the greens of the turnip and you let that turnip and that root rot in your soil,
all kind of things, worms come up, eat that, and it just really tills the soil up.
Really helps.
Yeah, we did like our food plots we plant for deer. We use sometimes we plant biologic, and it's a lot of radishes and that sort. And boy, when the deer mow it down, I've seen them pull up the bulb and eat it, but you can go back after hunting season's over, and the soil is just unbelievable.
Here's a good question from Boogie S. So you let it ferment before canning. Sorry, trying to understand. Okay, so I've never canned the sauerkraut. And Jean's mom just taught me how to make it. And she's never canned the sauerkraut. But you let it ferment. And then once the fermentation process has stopped, then you put it in your refrigerator. Now, Jean's mom don't put it in the refrigerator, and she don't can it. She just leaves it in the pantry and says it works, and been eating that sauerkraut forever and never got sick. But I put it in the refrigerator. Once the fermentation process stops, turns into sauerkraut, then I put it in the refrigerator. Can you can it to preserve it? I'm sure you can. I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know how. I don't know about that. If anybody knows the answer to that, y'all please answer her. The question is on making sauerkraut, once it's fermented, once the cabbage is fermented and turned into kraut, can you can it, water bath it, or pressure can it to be able to put it up in your pantry and preserve it? That's our question.
Okay, so Cat's Tiny Kitchen. Yes, you can take that chicken poop and let it, you're supposed to let it set for about a year. Some people don't let it set maybe 9 months, but if you take it somewhere and put it somewhere, we like to put like a black tarp or some kind of covering over it so that it doesn't get a lot of weeds, and it heats up more
and kills everything.
And
kills all the weed seeds.
Technically, yes, next fall is perfect.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be
6 months
to a year. That's going to be great. But like, I wouldn't want to go out right now to my chicken coop and get a wheelbarrow load and come out and put it in my garden. It'll burn. It's too hot. It'll burn something up. Some people swear by it, but you know what? I've done it before. It's too hot. The nitrogen
is too hot in that.
It will burn.
Now we do a lot of, to keep the ratio of carbon and nitrogen down in the chicken coop. We always throw hay and different things like that into a carbon source into the coop and the run, just to help keep that balance right. And our chicken coop don't stink.
No,
it really don't. We keep that balance right.
Yeah.
And when you do that, you're also keeping the balance right for your compost. So you really don't have to let it sit out and compost longer. It's really doing the job inside the coop. But the thing is they're always adding more nitrogen to that. They're always pooping on it. So we like to take it out of the coop and let it sit for at least 6 months.
Kim's got a good point. Canning it would kill the probiotic is what, you know, and it's last a year in the refrigerator. And
that's what I do. That was my question. Like, can you can it? Would you want to? But I know in fermentation, when you can it, you're killing the good probiotic of it. So she said, just let it ferment, let it create kraut by the fermentation process, and then store it in your refrigerator for up to a year. Jean's mom just stores it in her pantry for up to a year.
Love you too, son.
And it's done fine, and we haven't got sick, and we haven't died, and we've been eating it for a long time like that.
Chicken.
But don't take my word on that and go and do that and get sick.
We're not doctors.
We're not professional canners or preservers or doctors or none of those things. So y'all
if you die from
do
it,
your own research.
It's on you.
Gene.
Hey.
Good night, Chance. I love you. Give Coopy kisses for me.
Catherine planted her corn over an old chicken coop. She said she never had to fertilize and it grew out.
Yeah, I bet.
My gracious.
Yeah. Plus, another reason why you want to let that chicken poop sit for a while is because you're going to have, they're going to poop out. You're going to have weed seeds and stuff come up if you don't let it heat up enough to kill those things.
Jackie, that's the way my mom does it. Sauerkraut with 2 ingredients, cabbage and salt.
That's all we did.
And mixture turns into liquid.
Actually, we added some boiled hot water over it. Yeah. But last year, I did make some sauerkraut where it was just cabbage and salt, and I just pounded it, and it created its own liquid. Jean's mom does it a little bit different. His Aunt Bert taught her how to do it, and it always works great. It always does good. I think there's different ways you can do it.
Oh yeah. We've been on an hour and 20 minutes.
Oh my goodness, we've been over an hour and 20 minutes. Vanita said it doesn't spoil, it's shelf stable. Yep. All right, y'all. We've been on here an hour and 20 minutes.
Got some more kale chips if anybody wants some. I think I will.
Yep. We're about to eat that whole bowl. You have. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight. Thank y'all for watching our videos and supporting us and praying for us and all your love and encouragement. We appreciate every one of y'all.
Clyde said to like and subscribe. He needs a new brush for his barbershop treatment.
He needs treats. Oh, love you guys. We'll see y'all next Monday.
Good night.
God bless you.